we're never going to get up. Let's face facts. Today we are on a bit of a pig movement mission. All of our pigs, or most of the pigs, are still over in their little wood, the other side of this, in the secret meadow. 2 of them are going off tomorrow on their final journey, but the rest of them are going to end up stuck over there if we don't get them back soon, because it's just getting really boggy over there. So today's mission is to try and cross the brook, load the pigs, not get stuck, and make our way back up to higher ground. Wish me luck. Right, well, I'm gonna have to leave the trailer here for a minute. My first job is to dig our way through the brook. Otherwise it's gonna be a tricky start to the day. Right, so I've already been over this morning, and with just the 2 days of rain we've had, heavy rain, this is what's happened. We've got our new concrete sleepers up to probably 2/3 of the way up. We're just churning up all of this soft muck, which is why I think all the pigs need to come back over. They've had their season over there. But what I've got here is all the sort of hardcore and backfill we dug out to put the sleepers in. This should be better traction, so I'm going to put that on top of this, or at least scrape off some of the muck. Well, I have no idea how much that's going to help. It looks like I've just churned it up even more, but I've put more gravel and bricks and stuff in there, but we're never going to get up. Let's face facts. This is going to be a 3-vehicle tug of war to get everything through, I think. I can just feel it. This is just completely waterlogged. We haven't had flood water come out, but it's just sitting here. Right, so weapon of choice now I'm actually through the gate is the truck, to start with at least. I contemplate putting the tractor on, which might be the best option, but at least this is 4-wheel drive. I'm gonna have to stop at the bottom. Oh, that's just... Okay, well, we didn't hit the back of the trailer on the ramp, which means, can I hit this at full speed? Problem is, we've got to do that return journey with pigs in there. So just here is really quite squelchy, and then we go through lovely dry patches. And actually where the pigs are isn't too bad. Even this low patch doesn't get wet, so that's why I think a lot of it is just, must be a spring somewhere. I don't think it can be just rain. Interesting, I can't even see the pigs, so we'll have to go on a pig hunt. Hello, Jeffrey. Tempted to think that if I could get just the 2 I want in the trailer, I might leave the others here for another week or 2. Because I've got nowhere that's ideal for them the other side. Oh, they've heard me. I'm never going to be able to get just 2. That's 1 we want. Come on. Is that the other one? Come on. Where's your other sister? Oh, that could have been so smooth if the other one wasn't fast asleep somewhere. Where is she? Where are you? Now, I'll have to let them all out again, I think. Come on. Escape. What I'll do now is set the solar back over because I want to try and make a small pen for these guys, and I'll let the sheep just finish off behind the pigs down there. I do love this solar. It's so portable, and most of the time it hasn't actually been in full sun there, so it's my fault. Most of the time it holds a, packs a punch. So I am going to give it a charge up just to get it back up to 100%, and then the solar should tick over even in the winter. I won't keep the pigs too long because it's not a hot day, but the sun hitting that trailer might get warm after a while. But what I wanted to do is show you what they've done over here, because this is probably the last time that you and I will see it, or certainly you will see it until next year. So they've had originally 2 months on just the wooded area, which is where the arc is, up to the end of the trees, and then back around, which is where they've kind of rotivated everything up. You can see new grass is already coming through and fertilised. And they've also had the last month or so out on this section, which is about 1 acre of grass, which is where we intend to put a wooded area at some point, and like a silvo pasture, so a bit more spacing, a bit like here where you've got grass under the trees. And they've started, especially under the trees where there's any seeds and nuts, they've gone all the way along there, and that is just prime now for me to go in and reseed with some more species diverse sort of mixtures. And then of course we're going to get our fencing in beyond that at some point. I've let the sheep in now. They're going to come through and have a few more days out here. They'll finish off what's there. I'll clear off the rest of that electric fencing, and then I need to come and top all these nettles. And actually what I really need to take over is the barrel drinker, because that is the most useful thing we have for the pigs. Pigs, anything like this, big troughs, just make a mess of it, tip them over. Whereas that nipple drinker on a barrel, I think I paid the guy 20 quid for it when we bought the arcs. I wish I bought all of the ones he had, because they're just the easiest thing, especially when I'm pumping up out of the brook. Having to do that maybe once or twice a week, that's it. So I'm probably going to have to tip this out. Nice and clean, it's dark, it's under the tree as well, so it doesn't go green with algae. And we'll see what's in the bottom, but hopefully it's not too much sediment. Some willow leaves, a little bit of silt, but that's well below the bottom drinker. And I guess if we're being really thorough over here, we should probably pull up the pump as well, see how that survived. Oh, lammies, you're on the wrong side. You'll have to jump the fence. guess the question is, how much difference is it going to make having that weight behind us? It's going to decrease our traction, I'm guessing. Alright, let's get some speed up. Right, we're over the brow of the hill. Right, I think that's clear that we're probably not in a fit state to be coming back and forwards over here anymore this year. Sorry girls, that was a bit bumpy. Right, time to see if I can tow us back with the bloody digger. Right, now the digger's playing up. I think it's finally there. Joe's on our way down, sitting there with the handbrake on. I've taken the handbrake off stupidly, but I'm not 100% sure I like that idea. Here comes Superhero Joe. I'm pretty sure I know how this is going to end, and it's going to end with me going to go and get the dumper. Because a 1.5 ton digger versus a 2 ton truck and a 2 tons of pork and trailer is not good. Yeah, it's right slip and slide, and there's a ton of pork on the back there. So the handbrake is already off, so it could just pull me in. So it'd be good if you can get in. You start the engine, because you might need to drive to help me along, because this thing's not going to do much. You're going forward. Right, the digger can't track it out, but the bucket is super strong, so, well, super strong enough. So keep going on that grass, go! Drive! Okay, stop. Okay. Drive! Okay, stop, stop. She loves it really, guys, I promise. Pardon? This was a 5-minute job, wasn't it? If I sneak through, I'll cut it out of the YouTube video, don't worry. Yeah, right. Just, yeah. Just throw it on the bonnet so you can drive. Sorry, girls. Go on. Just keep moving, just keep moving. Just keep swimming. Good, keep swimming. Clean the tyres off before you put the gravel. It always sweeps in and steals the glory. Right, we made it. I'm actually going to put all of them into this pen, and then I'll have to try and filter out the other 2 this evening. We'll let them settle down for a bit. Sorry about that journey, girls. All right, be patient. Go on. Whew. No. Go on. Wait. Now, I'm not actually looking for them to be here over winter. Well, I say that they're not all going to be here, obviously. 2 are going tomorrow. The other 3 will be gone in a month or so. And then the one who needs a name, because she's going to be living here, she's Matilda's daughter from 2 litters ago. She's going to be joining the breeding side of things. She will be staying put. So it might be that, depending on whether I sell those 3 weaners this weekend, it might be that we only have 2 pigs over winter. They'll be fine together. We can have 1 arc. And do you know what? I might just let them run in this whole field rather than kind of get muddy again, because as fertile as this ground is now, actually let me show you that because it's pretty impressive. The pigs were last year over winter. They had about 5 months here. So from nearly where that new fence and gate is, obviously the arcs are here still, through to that hedge over there. Now if I show you this grass, you can see how green it is. We've got loads of clover coming through, which there was just simply no clover in the whole of the field. Now there is. There's other species coming through. And let me just show you. So this is, I don't know how well the iPhone will make it up, but as we go through all this, nice green, relatively quick growth as well. And then this is where the line was on the fence all winter. I'll try and get Joe to get some drone shots, but I mean, it's quite impressive what they've brought to the party. Again, loads more clover here. It's interesting why that's come up, whereas you go over here and it's really quite barren. The sheep haven't been on here for 4 weeks yet. Very little growth, and it's something that we really need to work on. And like Ben said in that recent video, there are things we can do. Things like breaking up the soil a bit, which is what I've started over on the far side. Changing the, rebalancing the soil chemistry a bit. And then we've got a whole load of seeding to do. Unfortunately, overseeding in this really won't do much. It won't get through the sward to the soil. So I'd either need to break it up a bit and then harrow it all and try and expose, a bit more of the soil and then get them in. Get the seed kind of broadcast on, or I don't know. It would probably take better down here actually. Maybe I'll just need to move the pigs each year and do an acre at a time. So nice to have them back over here actually. They look great when they're under the trees. You can't really see them quite as clearly in the colourings and their condition, but they're looking really healthy. There's no way I can weigh those big ones. They're too big for my scales, and even I should be able to manage the other ones. It'd be good to see what sort of weights we're getting to. They've been on brewer's grains this year, remember, or this summer, and all of that forage over there. And just like that, the pigs are back on the home side up the brook, and it wasn't too much hassle in the end. Well, I say that, it didn't go quite to plan. Matilda's 3 piglets left at the weekend to their new owner, so Matilda's having a well-earned rest. We've got our other 4 pigs, the 3 growers, and then Matilda's daughter, who is yet to be named. She needs a name, and then we just might, have some new arrivals coming in the next week, so watch this space. Thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you next time.